Yay, welcome. We are live here in the super loved community. How are you? If you're watching the replay, I'm so glad you're here because this is meant to be watched whenever you find it. And I am so excited to share with you some thoughts and some teachings and some new ideas with you so that you can create the relationship of your dreams. And if you haven't been part of this group for very long, I'm really excited to have you here. And I cannot wait to meet you because women who come into this group, some of you have been here playing with us for a while or have been to other camps. Ultimately, even people who have found their love are still in this group because we have a lot of different practices that really help us to not only attract a relationship and date like with ease and with authenticity and with that sense of power, empowerment, that we also look at how can we communicate better? How can we connect better? How can we grow a relationship? So that is here too. So yay, I'm seeing a lot of people joining and oh yay, hi. Oh my gosh, Mariah. I knew someone was going to call me out on my hairnet. Oh, I hate regulators. Okay. I have it. I'll put it on. I know it's good hygiene. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kathleen. Oh, wow. I know it's been a while since I've been doing these readings. And, sometimes that's the way it goes. I mean, you just got to follow the energy of what feels right. And I will say that I know that as there are a lot of new people in this community, you're probably looking at this, looking at my hairnet and looking at my lunch lady smock, and may not even know that I go by Reverend Lunch Lady when it comes to the Cafeteria of Love Kitchen and sharing some of these teachings. And you may have the desire to run screaming. You may have the desire to run screaming. And if that is the case, could you hang out and just see what's here? Or you get to run screaming. You have that choice. So I like to think of it like, we all have our unique gifts as you have your unique desire, your soulful, like longing for the relationship that really matches you. And you're not for everyone. You are not for everyone. And that is totally okay. So what if that becomes the gift that we stop looking through the lens of, oh my God, I need a whole bunch of people to like me, or I need to go online or go to a singles event and see a whole bunch of quality, amazing people that I'm attracted to. If you let that go and go, wait a second, what's actually true? What's actually true is my person is special and most people are not my person. So if that's the math for everyone, then how much more ease can you have dating when you're like, I can't wait to find the person that really excites me, who lights me up. And it starts with you arriving back to honoring you and having that intimacy with you and listening to you. Because I absolutely hear this all the time. I hear this all the time where people are like, oh my God, online dating is this way or that way, or dating is this way or that way, or men are this way or that way, or they are all like, and there's just no they. There's no they at all. And for me, a lot of the heartache I felt, a lot of the disappointment and the frustration I felt as a single person was that I couldn't wrap my head around the idea that I could meet someone who contained the like polarities that I felt, the like dualities or whatever you want to call them, but it was these things that I didn't get could go together. Like I didn't get that I could have someone spiritual and creative and also like financially smart and successful and, growing in that way. I didn't get that. Like I didn't get that those combinations could exist. I didn't get that I could have someone who was really like a powerful, conscious person and was also whatever else, So there was just a lot of things like that. Oh, yay. Oh my gosh. Laverne's here. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Okay. Somebody says, would love to hear the DOL insights. Kathleen says, I love it. Oh my gosh. Hi, Valerie. Awesome. And Sky. I love that there are a lot of like pairs here. That's kind of cool. All right. Well, I just want to say for those of you who haven't been to a Dead Old Lady reading, this is exciting because first of all, I've been developing this podcast based on Dead Old Lady readings called The Cafeteria of Love. It hasn't launched yet, but I'm saying it because you can call in and leave a question. So if you leave a question, you can become part of the Cafeteria of Love podcast if your question is selected and we use it as part of the show. So if you call up the Cafeteria of Love hotline, which I'll give you the number in a second, because I want to make sure I got the right number. I hope that's the number. Then let me check at the same time. Let me see if I can actually do that and talk at the same time. It's usually not a skill I have. So yeah, when you call up, it's, it's kind of given that you're open to sharing your question live online. And so your voice will be heard and all that stuff. So it's recorded, but we'll use that audio recording in the actual episode. 1 second here for me to get the number. Where's the number? I'm pretty sure it's 970-557-0044. 970-557-0044. Sounds fancy, right? Yeah, I don't even see it. Well, okay. Yay. Okay. Oh, wow. Hi. Oh my goodness. Francine, beware. Francine is here. Or no, she isn't. Oh, yes, she is. She's sleeping. She might make an appearance. No one needs to wake up Francine. Really, we don't. You know why? Because she's quiet right now. And that's a rare moment where she's not snoring super loud or slurping her lips. So before we dive into these readings, I want to invite any of you who have not already signed up for the Date Like a Unicorn event, which starts on Tuesday. It's like some of the 5-day camps I've done, but it's always kind of different. This one is really honoring you as the unique individual that you truly be, so that you can actually date in a way that works for you. And this, is going to break down and break away and dissolve and explode a lot of the ideas you may be holding around dating and what you can have and what you can't have and what you can do and what you can't do and all of the stuff that is complete shit. Sorry, I have to say it. It's just like a total bunch of lies that is not for you women out here who are, brilliant, unique, unicorn, genius, nerdy, quirky, divine beings. And I know that the relationship you want, because you're in the super love community, is something greater. It is something that is soulful. It's connected. It's this real, like, co-creationship relationship where, it's just not like anything that you've probably ever seen on TV or in magazines or in other people's relationships. This is a really different thing. So it takes a different strategy. So I celebrate you for being here. So please do sign up because you're going to want to get the notifications. I actually give an awesome gift for those signing up. You'll get that right away. And then, we'll return here in this group every day at 9:30 Mountain Time, starting on Tuesday. So we're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then we'll probably do Dead Old Lady readings next Sunday again, because I'm warming you all up for how much fun that is. Okay. So here's how it works. We're in the Cafeteria of Love kitchen. I'm going to pull a card probably just to show you generally, to get the general reading for us this week and coming up. I don't know if you've noticed this either, but the floodgates are opening like right now for love. And the energy has moved so much since the beginning of the month that for any of you who have felt sort of like stagnant or like uninspired, that this is the opportunity for change. And so by being part of this community and in the 5-day event next week, you're going to get the skills and tools and strategies and super fun things that can really move you forward. And I've had people come back after the 5-day camp with dating stories that were amazing, and people who have met people, and then people who have continued using these practices and come back later and say, oh my gosh, that was the thing. And that's why I love doing these 5-day camps, because I get so many great testimonials from people who have actually put them into action and made amazing strides. So here's how this goes. You get to ask a question. And if you ask a question in the feed, remember, or if you don't know, we're inviting you to ask a question that's not a yes or no question. So it's not a yes or no question. It's something that, you may have a specific thing that you would like some insight on. It's also not like something that it's like, am I going to get married? Which that is a yes or no question, but it's not necessarily predicting the future, because here we are conscious women who are, really always making a choice in each moment, choice. And when you do that, then, oh, yay. Mariah posted the number. Thank you. Okay. My phone is beeping underneath my bum. So anyway, I got distracted by the little vibration underneath my butt cheek. So open-ended questions, and yes, so you have that power to make new choices in every moment. So we're not doing future predicting, but you may be like, okay, like, what insight do they have on fill in the blank? And you can tell me what that is for you. And then I actually invited 2 dead old ladies. I didn't bring the whole team today. I brought Betty. Isn't she darling? In the Bisquick box. She is a twin sister called New Girl, because she's the newest. And then this is Dolores. It's just such a crowd pleaser. I mean, her outfit's a little tacky, but she is brilliant. So we're going to play with those 2. You can post your question in the comments, and I'm going to go ahead and pull a general question for us. So as we start this week of Date Like a Unicorn, I'm asking the dead old ladies to share any insights that they want to share with us today. So I often like to just spin the box, just like this is clearing, shuffling, sort of collecting the vibes, the vibes or the flavors, we can say, because we're in the kitchen. And then dig in to this. Oh my gosh, somebody is... Okay, so I'm going to pull out a recipe. And if you don't know, these recipes are from actual Dead Old Ladies. And I think of it like they're up in the cafeteria of Love in the Sky. And when I pull a recipe, you know, sometimes they reveal the metaphors within there, but oftentimes they're just kind of showing me different things. And sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. So, but we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh gosh, I love it. Yay. It's so cool. Okay. So we got the recipe Snowballs. Okay. Snowballs, people, you know where we're going with this, right? And I'm not talking about you dirty girls out there who are making it X-rated. I'm talking about this energy that they're showing me. I asked about, you know, the Date Like a Unicorn week that we're going to have. And what's really powerful about this energy is they're showing me that, like, that compounding interest effect. It's like, you know, the more you immerse yourself in these spaces where you are, you know, specifically collecting. So they're like, great, you're here, you're listening. And they're saying there's a snowball effect with this. We're doing 5 days in a row. You're going to get specific things in the super love community. We start with getting clear, and then we go to getting powerful, and then we go to getting smart, and then we go to getting radiant, and then we go to getting super loved. And this is the effect that you get from this, where you're in the energetics, you're practicing new things, you're, you know, bringing in new mindset pieces. And, you know, in this, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you with a lot of questions, with a lot of ways of being. And you're going to be able to do the inner work along the way, so that at the end of even just 5 days, you're like this giant snowball of love. Isn't that amazing? You know how amazing it is when you make like a snowman, and you're like, you start with that little snowball. I remember challenging myself to start with this tiniest little blob of snow. I grew up in New Hampshire. I'm used to making snowmen. So it's like the little teeny adorable snowball. And it happens so fast. So what energy of this being the first day of your love story can you receive right now? Like, just receive that possibility of how your incremental choices for your love story, for you, for your health, the health of your relationships, for the health of your heart, for the health of your, you know, future in honoring your desire today, that actually becomes this beautiful snowball of your greatest possible destiny. And you may not be able to believe that this little thing can turn into this giant thing, and it can. Okay. Woo, that was really good. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi. I'm seeing a lot of them that say Facebook user. So I hate it when it does that, because it doesn't let me see. So you may want to put your name. Oh, there's Dory. Hi. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Who's Superfly Jones? I love that. Okay. Okay, wait a second. What? I know that there's a question. Oh, okay. All right. So here's one. Would love to hear the DOL. I love that you guys do that. DOL stands for Dead Old Ladies. I'd love to get the DOL insights into all the yummy stuff going on in my life since the beginning of the year. What else is possible, DOL? Oh my gosh, that's so great. All right. Was that Laverne's question? Tell me who that is. Was that Haviland? Post in there. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let Betty take this one. I'm gonna let Betty take this one. That was from Mandy. Okay. All right. Okay. So if you have a question, start posting, because then I'm just like, well, that actual general one was pretty epic for all of us. How many people got something out of the snowballs? It was great. By the way, those were nut cookies. It's kind of like wedding cookies. I should have told you the ingredients. I usually do. I just spaced out. Okay. All right. So this is. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, we have a dead old lady in the house, by the way. So sometimes this happens. I don't know whose grandma, great aunt, or, family member, friend, whoever it is, there is a dead old lady in the house named Margaret. So post in the comments if you have a Margaret on the other side. This kind of, maybe it's a Maggie, I don't know, but there's a Margaret here. Anyway, we got Spritz Cookies. Spritz Cookies. How cool is that? Interestingly, there's a double line underneath. It's like a real strong message of action. There's like a lot of forward moving energy here. Oh, there is a large egg in this. Like literally, she says there's one egg, large, all caps. So there is more greater shifts available. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, Chelsea, your grandma. That's amazing. Margaret's here. I knew it. I knew somebody. So how fun. Spritz Cookies. I wonder what this is for you too. So anyway, I like how let me show you. So Spritz Cookies, Margaret, notice how she like sections off the oven thing. Like the heat is over here. The heat is over here. The ingredients are here. We've got 1 cup soft butter. We've got the powdered sugar. We got the large egg. I love this large egg. And salt and vanilla and flour, cream butter very well. Add the sugar, mix together until light and well blended. Add egg, beat slowly until well mixed. There's just a really beautiful rhythm here, but there is a lot of yelling. She's doing all caps. So it's like a real, how can you use your voice? What was the question? Would love to hear on yummy stuff going on. What else is possible? So continuing to use your voice is definitely one of them. Like this large egg thing is also very interesting because oftentimes I think of these proteins as like a foundational thing. To me, the energy they're giving me is like, do you remember the Weeble Wobbles and they don't fall down? Remember those? I mean, this is really one of those things that like only old people would know. And so I'm sure most of you are old. Anyway, the Weebles Wobble, it's like that. It's like there's this really solid foundation, the foundation on the ground, but also this really strong voice. So, yeah, like what else is possible when you can be really clear and direct with your voice? That's what I'm getting. I'm also getting this sense of like the way she kind of ovened off the kitchen over here. Like the sense is like, be aware of any of the drama, the heat, I'm just saying what is coming from this. Like I could pull this card tomorrow and it could have a totally different thing because the dead old ladies are pretty dynamic like that. I mean, it's not like tarot where it's like, Spritz Cookies always means this. It's not really like that. Although I do find that most of the cookie recipes, the dessert recipes are an indication of like, yeah, like you're going to get to, they're showing this sense of, yeah, sweet outcome. There's a gift here. This is really amazing. But there really is this sense of keep on keeping on with this card and keep the drama aside, keep moving forward, really hold your ground with this. And, yeah, staying strong. Hello, people. Are you guys Don't be quiet. I don't do quiet with dead old lady readings. Tell me who got something out of that? Like, who is actually aware when I said, strong voice, like solid foundation, keeping on, that kind of thing, like an acknowledgement of, not buying into drama. That's what it can mean. Like putting the heat over here is like, okay, it can be really easy to get sort of swooped and melt in the heat, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to, you can be aware of it without going into it. Okay. Comments, please. How's it going? What's resonating? Tell me. How is that, Mandy? Okay, so let's go up and see. Oh, here's one. Okay. Yay. Okay. Here's this one. I am starting my dating fun. Can the DOLs help give me insight on how best to strengthen my confidence and own where I am today in my life, especially around body image? Thanks in advance. Great question. How many other people have that question? I guess that's the other thing I like to say is if somebody else has the same question, what a bonus. You get to have that answer too. So I'm going to pull from Dolores, just to be fair. And we will look at this and see what is happening. All right, pulling a card. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is turkey. Like the N with the apostrophes on either side. Turkey stuffing bake. Turkey and stuffing bake. Oh my gosh. How delicious is that? There is, oh my gosh. And here we go. Cream of celery soup. Like if there's any sort of, sometimes there are things. Like I said earlier that, they're always different. But the one thing that often is very much the same message is cream of celery soup, cream of mushroom soup, those kinds of things, because they're sort of the thing. They're like, you go to them, it's always the same. And so that's part of this message around this. It's like how to best strengthen my confidence and own where I am today. What do you know works for you? Really go to what you know works. And that's going to be personal for each individual, because once you start going, wait a second, I know what works for me, and reinforcing those things that work for you rather than, allowing any of the sort of default insecurities or the default fear or worry or doubt. It does require some discipline. If you know that sometimes you get sucked into fear and doubt, like, what do you know? Like, this is the time, like the turkey and stuffing bake. I mean, that is like delicious. It's sort of casserole-like. It's comfort. It's like yummy, and that yumminess is like, okay, like where do you feel that in your life? What are those things that give you that real comfort and yumminess? Is it getting into nature? Is it, a friend that when you talk to her, that's how it feels? What can you be that then, from that positive mindset, from that uplifting mindset, you just tend to have a better relationship with your body? Because often I see people who, if you get sucked into the spiral of despair or doubt and fear, then sometimes that's when, the natural thing is to like beat ourselves up or, ignore what the self-care routines, because we're just feeling so down because we've let that take us away. It's about, being kind of on top of the curve there and reminding yourself of what works and doing that when things are feeling spacious and light. Like, what badass list for yourself can you make so that anytime you feel a little down, you can go to it and go, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to listen to my favorite song. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to call Sarah or whoever, so that's your turkey and stuffing bake. Stuffing. That's a good one. Hopefully that was helpful. Awesome. Okay. Hello. Oh, somebody else has a Margaret. Okay. All right. Where are you people? Okay. Here's one. Hey, Hava. Okay. Feel like someone is lurking and not coming in yet. I'm excited to meet him now. Okay. Is that a question? I think we're going to take it as one. Okay. Why isn't it not showing me everything? Okay. Let's go up here and show this one. Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay. I'm going to pick from Dolores again. All right. I love Dolores. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see what insight they want to give you. Okay. I just got this one right out the gate. Okay. Okay. All right. I love Dolores. She's hilarious. Oh my gosh, you're going to freak out with such excitement. First of all, this one is written on this like vintage paper called Apollo Trust Company. Like Dolores did this a lot. Like she would write her things on anything. There's like random receipts and like half of a check, like all sorts of things. Anyway, goulash. Brown, no grease. And there's 1 pound hamburger, HMBG. I guess it's hamburger. 1 chopped onion, cooked macaroni, tomatoes, tomato sauce, salt, and a little sugar. She added that in after, and there's even goulash on it. So this is just like, oh my gosh. There's one, Apollo, that's like space, right? So there's space. Give yourself some space to trust. It sounds like you already are playing in that. You're on the edge of it at minimum because you're already like, I feel someone's lurking and not coming in yet. So what can you do? So he said, like, just this is the most simplest thing. The goulash is kind of like, it's like it becomes its own flavor thing. It's like when you put these noodles and the hamburger and the tomatoes together, it's like that is just like this whole like mush. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying there's a simplicity to it. There's just let everything in. So lurking and not coming in yet, I'm just wondering, what can you do to just let yourself sort of mush into your life? Like not, if you're sort of like, oh, I sense it out there. I sense it out there. I sense it out. It's lurking, but it's not coming in yet. What if it's already in? What if you can become the like goulash with this energy? Like I really encourage you, macaroni in this mix becomes this like tomatoey, like meaty thing. So let yourself like merge with it. That's the biggest energy of this I'm getting is that take a breath, let it in. Who else is feeling like that? Who else continues to keep their love story outside of you? Like over there, on the back burner, over here. Be aware. This is the time. And this is a huge part of what we're doing in the 5-day. Hava, I hope you're coming. I would love to have you there. We're going to goulash that. all week long, all this stuff, all of the things, all of the interesting, brilliant, genius ways that we've kind of protected ourselves and kind of continue to keep love away, that stuff will melt away. We're going to play with that in big ways, okay? Because I know that this is something that most of us, I did it for years, do unconsciously. And it's a really helpful thing to protect ourselves, but it's not helpful if your heart is actually like, I'd really like this. Like, what's it going to take for us to goulash into the space so that you can receive love here and now? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my gosh, Laverne. There's no better relationship than turkey and stuffing. Yeah, I know. And then it's in a casserole. Hello. Never even thought of that. And I want it now. Yeah, I'm seriously hungry for that right now. This is the thing. The dead old ladies are so nice and they're so gracious and giving us these insights, because that what's brilliant about this space and why I'm so grateful that I, as Reverend Lunch Lady, get to be the one that does this is because the beings that know the truth about creating love, they're on the other side. I mean, these dead old ladies are like, oh my God, it doesn't have to be this hard. And we'll get all the dead old lady insights as part of camp too. I'm calling it camp, but it's more of an extravaganza, this next one. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, Mariah. Oh, wow. On this screen, you don't look like a man in a turban with a beard. Even though you're wearing a hat and eating ice cream. Okay, so how to manage big life holding patterns. You know what? I was almost going to go, what do you mean by that? I kind of get the vibe, and dead old ladies totally know what you mean. So we're going to go back to Betty. We're just letting them, okay, Francine's awake now. You might hear that in the background. She's not awake, but she's in a different section of sleep. Okay, how to manage big life holding patterns. Are you still here? I hope you're still here. Oh my goodness. Oh, geez. Of course, Mariah pulls the X-rated one. Okay. Okay. How to manage big life holding patterns. Well, you got the combination, the duo of the creamy peach pie with the dream whip. Dirty. And the lime chiffon pie with the dream whip. First of all, I know this is totally obvious, but they are inviting you to make these requests of releasing, of transformation, of change, of intention right before you go to sleep. Asking your being. So if you are if you like the woo-woo part, which I just want to make a disclaimer that although, yeah, Reverend Lunch Lady, all of this does kind of come across as maybe woo-woo, eccentric, weirdo, what WTF, right? But my background includes a lot of neuroscience, includes regenerating images and memory, includes, actual behavioral relationship stuff that is true for how we are as beings. So there's a combination of woo-woo and science. So, but right now we're really in the woo-woo, the dream whip. So they're saying, okay, well, what intentions do you want to put on your sleep? Because as a being, you get to go and travel to all sorts of different places, get healing done. Have you ever actually given yourself the chance to say, you know what? I'm ready to let go of fill in the blank. Where do we want to go to do that? Like, where can we go tonight to do that? And let your being do it. Like, or who wants to help? What's it going to take to release this for good? Or what's it going to take to, you know, what point of view that I have? What point of view do I have that makes this even wrong? That would be another question I would ask. So anyway, what point of view do I have that actually is judging this holding pattern as a problem? If you have an awareness that you'd like to change, you get to say, you know what? I'm making a demand for something different. Show me what it is. And that's what I love about the pie thing. The pie, oftentimes, which is interesting, the way they have shared with me in the past, it's like, and you got double pie. Often it is a mom energy thing. It's like, okay, well, what is it that, you can, is it, your mom's lineage? Is it, what mom energy can you release? What are you kind of buying here that is not yours, but your mom's? So being aware of this kind of mom energy that can come into our space, because it's a really powerful energy. So for any of you out there that this may be sort of pinging you somehow, you may be like, that kind of vibes with me. Right now we can do that. We can like, okay, what can I return to my mom that is not mine to do? Like, what healing am I trying to do for my mom that is hers to do? And not from a place of complaint, but from a place of, freedom for all. So that the other piece that is hard to like, it's like one side is creamy and one side is sour, so it's like, oh, okay. So they are inviting in being aware of that point of view stuff, like how to manage big life holding patterns, like what points of view are there that are like looking for the right way or trying not to do the wrong way. So letting go of all of that, letting go of any judgments that are here from creamy to sour, and opening up to like, okay, what wants to happen here? So like getting into a more general question is a biggie here. Okay, dreams and creaminess and mom stuff. And whoa, that was from Betty. Okay, let's see what the comments are. And then we're probably going to wrap up soon. Okay, I know. So funny. Okay. Well, yay. Okay. I think that's good. How is that for you? How did anyone get some insights for themselves, and who's coming to our amazing 5-day extravaganza, and who else wants to join you? What other friends can you invite? This is the kind of thing where you sharing the love makes such a big difference. So who do you know that is really struggling in relationships or would love to have a partner, or is feeling kind of lonely? Invite them. Invite your friends to this space. There is nothing greater than that we can do than, helping someone or supporting someone or thinking of someone or gifting someone something really powerful. And it's a free week. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited you're here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we'll see a lot of you on Tuesday morning. Bye, everyone. Yay. See you soon.